Wagwan good ups and good downs. Today we're gonna be doing some oxtails, some JAMAICAN oxtails, okay, with some white rice. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it.
Give me the best of the band. Give me the best of the band. Yes, I got cake and it's no debate. Paper I chase every day in chase. Bitches gon' be mad when I pull up in that jag. Bitches gon' be mad when I pull up in that jag. Snakes on my back but never on my team. Bitch, I chase a bag.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl GlamNefercent here, back at it again with the back at it again. Listen, today we are going to attempt to make some oxtails for the first time, okay? Excuse my voice, it's like 8 in the morning, but I want to start it now so it can be ready, you know, because it takes a long time. So, these are the ingredients that you're going to need. Okay, guys, I got some of these ingredients from my mom. Also, I watch the Baddie Twins, you know, they make oxtails all the time. But if you like what you see so far, definitely smash that subscribe button and show your girl some love, okay? So, yes, for oxtails, okay, so guys, for oxtails, you're gonna need some adobo. I like the adobo light. I mean, I don't like, you are going to need some adobo. I like to use the light one because I don't like my food too salty. I don't like salty food at all. So you need some adobo. You need some real garlic, but I don't have any and I'm not going back to the store. So you need some, like, you know, they prefer you to have the actual garlic, but I'm using garlic powder. You need some onion powder. You need some black pepper, and of course, Oxtail Seasoning. So I like to use the Blue Mountain. Well, I see my mom using the Blue Mountain one. So this is the Blue Mountain Oxtail Seasoning. You need to use the grease browning. So guys, I'm not Jamaican, but you'll hear a little accent here and there because, yeah. So yeah, this is the Grace Browning. Some people use Gravy Master, I noticed, but I use Browning. I mean, I don't know, like my family uses Browning. So this, and also you need some pimento seed, also, or some whole allspice. So this is, I mean, the same thing, or almost the same thing as pimento seed. So yeah, you need some of this, of course. You also need some butter beans. You have to use some butter beans. A lot of people like to use the Grace butter beans, not lima beans, but butter beans, okay? Also, you need to wash your meat. So either you use vinegar or some lemon juice. And you also need a little bit of oil to fry the meat. I like to use just some vegetable oil. You need green onions, also known as scallions. Okay, some good old scallions. You need an onion, yellow onion. You need some, well, you don't need carrots, it's optional. I saw that the Baddie Twins had carrots, so I said, hey, I'm gonna get some carrots too. You need thyme. And you also need rice. So I like to use this type of rice, guys. This is the parboiled rice. Parboiled is basically like just a different type of rice. Like, I noticed a lot of black people use that rice, so that's the type of rice I use. And the star of the day, the star show, okay, is the oxtails. Now, what I like about these oxtails, the way he cut it, first of all, this bag was only $20, okay? I told him to, at the meat market, to cut it, but what I like is that it doesn't have that much fat on it, you know? Some places you go, it has a lot of fat, and if you have a lot of fat on your meat, it's like, that's like a scam, you know? Like, not a scam, but it's like you want a lot of meat more than fat, okay? So, okay guys, so right here I am following the step that the Baddie Twins did. I actually like a little fat on my oxtails, but yeah, I decided to just, you know, cut a little bit of the fat off. Just a few of the pieces had more fat, like a lot of fat, but what I like is that these oxtails were really meaty. And I chose the tail myself. So I just went to the market, and the meat market, and I said, hey, let me see the oxtails. And they show you the oxtails, and make sure you try to get the ones that are not so fatty. Like, they have fat, but they're not like extremely fatty, you know. Like, get the more plump looking ones. You're bound to get like more meat than fat, and that's what you want, you know. Some people, they love the fat. Like, I'm not gonna front, I like a little fat on mine, but not too much fat, you know, like, so that's what I'm just doing here with a sharp knife. Make sure you're careful and just cut just a little bit of the fat off. I didn't cut all the fat off, okay? Like, some of them, as you can see, I was just throwing in a pot because it's like, I don't need to, like, they didn't need to be cut. So I'm gonna like cut these first before I begin washing the meat. Okay guys, so here I am washing the meat. I do have it sitting in some nice water, and yes, I'm pouring some lemon juice, a good amount of lemon juice. Don't be shy, okay? So pour that lemon juice in there, y'all. Make sure y'all wash y'all meat, okay? You have to wash the meat. If you're not wash the meat, that's nasty, okay? Wash your bumbleclad meat. Alright, so yeah, I'm just like, you know, getting all the lemon juice up in there and rubbing it all on the meat, making sure it's all coated with it. You don't want to leave it in too long, maybe less than 30 seconds. And me, guys, I like to clean as I go, so don't mind me, okay? But yes, guys, let's get this popping. So yeah, you just want to like let that on sit and then just rinse it off. So now we are ready to season the meat. Season the meat. So yes, I like to use the Adobo light, guys, as you guys know already. And put a nice generous amount, okay? You know, put a nice generous amount. Not too much, like, I don't like my stuff salty, so a nice generous amount. And then you just want to put all the ingredients together and mix up the meat, Okay, putting everything that I showed you guys and putting all of that inside of the meat. Black pepper, garlic powder. Okay, so here, guys, I am just basically doing what I saw the Baddie Twins do. They started to add the browning. Once you season the meat, you just add the browning, just a small amount, not too much. You do want to use like measuring spoons, if anything, but me, I kind of like just eyeball it and just, you know, just a little bit. You don't want too much of the browning, you know. But yeah, just put a good amount, a generous amount, and just really season the meat. Get it in there. Don't be seasoning with no spoon. Make sure you season with your hands. Your hands will get dirty. You know, you just want to like get the seasoning into the meat. And I'm just gonna cut up my onions and scallions. Okay, and then you just want to get your pot nice and hot and ready, and put like a nice small amount of oil. Okay, I like to use just a little bit of vegetable oil. Okay, spread it around in the pot. Make sure that it's all around the pot. Okay guys, so here I am basically browning the meat. So when people say browning, it's basically where you you know, just fry the meat some before you just put it in water. This will ensure that it will have flavor, and it will be nice, like a nice brown color. You know, you don't want any light colored oxtail. You want it to be, you know, a little darkened and just juicy and succulent looking. Okay, so this part you just want to like, you don't want to cook it all the way through, no, but you do want to, like, I say, like, I let it simmer and fry for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, and then flip it over, and then you can just, you know, do that for all the meat. Like, you know, all the meat that you're cooking, you do that too, and then you just add it into your pot, or me, I'm using my crock pot. So you know, yeah, exactly what I'm doing here. So guys, here I'm just showing that I am also sauteing or frying the vegetables a little bit. And as you can see, all the meat is nice and browned. And I'm gonna go in with the vegetables, the carrots, the scallions, and the onions, and I'm gonna mix it all together. I'm gonna add some browning. I seen the Baddie twins doing this, guys. I will leave their video in the description box so you guys can actually like go and see who I'm talking about if you guys don't know. But they added some browning. They added way more, but I was trying to be careful. They added the browning. They added some tomato, excuse me, some ketchup. And I basically poured it into the meat. And I'm just gonna like mix it around before I add water. So here I'm just mixing all the condiments and meat together. Just mixing it all up into the crock pot. And guys, this crock pot is a Hamilton crock pot. I did get it from, it was a gift given to me from Amazon. Yeah, and it works pretty good. So yes, you want to add your water, but you want to add just enough to like cover the meat, not too much, because through this process of cooking you are going to have to add water maybe once or twice. So I don't want to put too much water, but I do want to cover the meat, and the more water you put, the more browning you might have to add. Okay, so yes, I'm gonna put the lid on and set it for 8 hours, basically. So guys, all I did was make a regular pot of white rice. This is it right here, nothing special. Okay guys, so now the crock pot has went down to 4 hours. It was on 8, now it's on 4. So far it has cooked for about 5 hours. So soon it'll be done in the next 2 to 3 hours. We have to see. So, and it looks like it's doing pretty good. So we haven't added this yet, the butter beans, because I was told to put it in 10 to 15 minutes before it's time to shut it off. So that's when I'll put it in. Like once it reach 2 hours and I know an hour and a half passed, I'll just like add it in. So what we're gonna do now is just open the crock pot, take this off, and as you guys can see, it is cooking down. So guys, if you are cooking for more than like 2 people, you're definitely gonna need a little more oxtail. Like this would have been enough for like 2 people. Sorry, my light. Maybe 3 people. So yeah, as you guys can see, I did add my I added carrots in there, as you guys saw, and I don't even see them. Oh, I see a little bit. And yeah, I added water just a little bit, like maybe an hour ago, because I didn't really need to add too much water, because it's not that much oxtail. Like once it cooks down, it cooks down. Okay, so you want to definitely get more oxtail than I had if you are cooking for a larger family, because it does cook down. Okay, so yes, it's looking real good. So how you want it is basically falling off the bone. You kind of want it looking like it's falling off the bone a little bit. Well, oops. Well, that's how I like mine. So you see it's kind of like coming off the bone some. And you just want to like continue to be mixing stuff and taste the water a little bit. Taste the gravy to see how it's coming along. Okay, so. Okay guys, so here I am adding some flour just to thicken the gravy. I want to thicken the stock. Okay, I want it to be like more thicker. So I just added a little bit of gravy, which helped it become nice and thick the way I like my gravy. So, yeah, you guys don't have to do that. It's optional, but you know, flour does make gravy, so that's what I did. Okay guys, so this is the finishing product. This is how the oxtails look with the rice, and you guys see the butter beans, and honestly, this oxtails was succulent, juicy, and falling off the bone, honey. Falling off the bone. Next time I'll do a mukbang, so you guys can see me eating this delicious food. It was so good, guys, so good. So yes, I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys try this. I was a little scared to try oxtails, so this was my first time, and I think I did wonderful, especially with the crock pot. So if you have a crock pot, you better put that thing to use, honey. And this honestly only took 7 hours to cook. I didn't even need it for the full 8, but I would say just still set it for the full 8. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.